Let's create a Venn diagram with 3 sets from a word problem. So first off, what is a Venn diagram? Now, a Venn diagram is basically a visual representation of how sets interact. So if we have 2 sets, and oftentimes you'll see a Venn diagram inside of a rectangle. So if I have 2 sets, right? Here's set 1, here's set 2, and then there's this space in the middle. So these are the items that are in both sets, all right? So these are like the shared items. Whereas anything that is just in one of these 2 places, those are like standalone pieces. When we're talking about 3 sets, well, now we have 3 circles. So you'll notice this piece right in the middle belongs to all 3 circles, whereas this piece just belongs to the 2. This one belongs to these 2, and this share belongs to these. So it's important when you're looking at sets that you pay attention to the overlaps, because those are the shared pieces. Now let's go ahead and do a problem. A random group of 400 people were asked about their favorite sport to watch on TV. The results are below. We have 180 that like baseball, 192 like football, 137 like hockey, 48 like both baseball and football, 37 like both baseball and hockey, 81 like both football and hockey, and 24 like all 3. Now, things to remember. This number up here, these 3 are totals. So 180 total like baseball. That includes this one down here and this one down here and all 3. So those numbers are included in the 180. So when we're creating a Venn diagram, so I'm going to show my rectangle. And this rectangle is the 400 people. All 400 fill in this piece. So now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to do baseball. We're going to do that in red. I'm going to do football. And then I'm going to do hockey. Okay, so you can kind of see, if you can see the colors, okay, that there's different pieces. Now, when you are filling in a 3-set Venn diagram, you always want to start with all 3. So 24 like all 3 sports. So that is the intersection of all 3 of them. Okay, I have that one done. So that's all 3. Now I want to work in the shared space. So I'm just going to work up one. So I'm going to do this 81 like both football and hockey. So football and hockey is this space here, right? That's the overlap, and 81. But y'all, we already have this 24 that is also part of that overlap. So I'm going to take 81 minus 24, and that gives me 57 are the football and hockey overlap. So 57. Okay, takes care of that one. Then I'm going to go to 37 like baseball and hockey. So 37, we're talking baseball and hockey, that's this piece. Again, it already includes the 24, so when I subtract, I get 13. So that's baseball and hockey, that goes here. Takes care of that one. Then 48, like baseball and football. Well, baseball and football is this piece, so 48 minus the 24 is 24, like baseball and football. All right, now I'm going to just fix this a little bit here in the middle, because this number is 24, and that was a little hard to read. This is a 57. Okay, so now that we have all of our overlaps done, now we can go to our individuals. So when I'm looking at, let's say hockey, 137 like hockey. Well, this is my hockey circle down here, and we've already got 3 numbers in there. So if I say, okay, 137 total like hockey, I've got to subtract the ones that also like baseball, the ones that like all 3 sports, and the ones that like football. So when I subtract all of those, I end up with 43. So 43 people like hockey alone. Then I go to football. 192 people like football. Here's my football circle. So I've got to take out the ones that also like baseball, the ones that like all three, and the ones that also like hockey, and that leaves me with 87. So 87 people only like to watch football, and then we get to baseball. Here's my baseball circle. So again, we have 3 already accounted for. So let's get rid of the ones that like football, the ones that like all 3, and the ones that like hockey. And I have 119 people who only like to watch baseball. Now, while you might think, well, I'm done. No, you're not. Because we surveyed 400 people. How many people have we accounted for? Well, if I add up every number in there, so 119 plus 24 plus 87 plus 13 plus the other 24 plus 57 plus 43, right, there should be 7 numbers. I end up with 367. So we have 367 people accounted for. Well, if I surveyed 400 and we have 367, that means 33 people said, nope, I don't like to watch any of these sports on TV. So they are outside the circle. They're still a part of the rectangle because they're part of our data set. But because they don't fit in with baseball, football, or hockey, they're on the outside. So that is how we create a Venn diagram with 3 sets from a word problem.